So we're trying to start week 3 here. And the Inquisition is gone. The Storm was gone this week. So we do have the monastery still. And the peddler, though, you can't score off him because he's done. But he does still have 4 treasures to buy at 4 times a piece. And if you recall, I forget who. Was it the Witch King? Yeah, the Witch King sold him the gloves in exchange for the keys. So that means no more points for the peddler, but he still has these 4 treasures for 32 and 36 bucks respectively. All good. In fact, if I'm the Witch King, I would buy these H4s in a heartbeat, but simply because that lets you carry treasure, which the Witch King sometimes has problems doing. But excuse me. Next action there, or the extra enchant phase, of course. The monastery is still out, but the fact is the monastery is down here in the mountains, and the mountains are very much separated by the high pass. Fitting, for sure, but it doesn't make it any better for our heroes. So real quick, taking a look at the scores. I think these are the scores. So, what we have is Woods Girl has 4 card points, and I did an audit of all the scores because they were a little wonky during the week. I don't think I reported the Storm for anybody on the scoreboard. So, the Woods Girl has 4 points in cards. She is tied for gold at 17 with the Magician. And 17 prowess. That puts her at a total of 5.5 points. She gets 1.5 points for gold, being tied for first. And 4 card points. The Pilgrim only has card points. He has been repeatedly insulted by the company, and he spent most of his gold hiring his guy. The Magician, a fair bit of prowess. It puts him in second place, 23, and 17 gold, putting him in a tie for gold. He also has a single grade treasure, which I was not accounting for before, which puts him in the lead. And then the Witch King has 4 cards, and he's leading in prowess because he killed 13 goblins in a day with one very, very well-placed fiery blast. So those are our scores going into week 3. So a pretty good tight game, I feel. Pilgrim is lagging a little bit. But I don't think he's having a bad game. But I do think he's having a slow game. And we haven't really been able to make a good use of the knight, really, which is part of the problem with hiring him so early, is that sometimes it's hard to make the best use of him. I'm considering attacking the company with him, but there is about a 20% chance of losing the horse, and maybe like half of that of having him killed. So there is that. You'll still see at the bottom there the respective quests. The Woods Girl has to locate the altar. She still has to complete her pub crawl, which she is not far from doing. And she has take cover. The Pilgrim has Deep Diver, which I find is a loser, typically. Simply because looting the pool is always dangerous. Navigator, he's 2 of 3, and then Dragon Slayer, which he certainly could partake in, but you gotta find yourself a dragon. Now, I was thinking about killing the company. The company is a weirdly good target for the knight. And the reason being is if you look through all these guys, the vast majority of them In fact, right now, so far, everyone that I've flipped so far, if you notice all these guys, the best they can do is heavy damage to an armored character. The horse is tremendous. These 5 guys do not count in the battle whatsoever. Um, it's these 2 that are dangerous. And if you can get these 2 dead, then the company is a kill, and you're talking, 80 some notoriety. Then so you're talking shooting straight up to where the Witch King is in terms of your prowess score, and also a reasonable amount of gold, not inconsiderable amount of gold either. And that's sort of awful. Um, I give me literally 3 seconds. That needs to go. So, not that I'm like a teetotal or anything, but I have, for sake of not irritating my throat, and or any underlying condition causing my throat to be irritated some days. And this camera's weirdly off too, so let me fix that also. I have just some days I just drink hot water, right? Or hot water with lemon or something of that nature, or teas. I'm not a giant herbal tea fan, but or tea, right? So unbeknownst to me, there was a tiny bit of coffee at the bottom of this when I poured the hot water in, and then I took a sip, and it was the worst. There's nothing worse than weak coffee than weak warm hot coffee. Weird, like super weak. It's a long way of saying that was gross. So it's gone. But yeah, so I think you're about, let's call it a 25% chance of, say, losing the horse, and probably something akin to like a 10-ish% chance of getting killed. Um, in a fight. And if you can avoid that, then you can kill all those guys, and you're looking at a 16 gold and like 80 some prowess. And the treasures. Now, I don't love the company's treasures. They have, it's good for the Pilgrim, actually, because they have the breastplate, helmet, and shield, which the Pilgrim could certainly use. But no weapons. He really could use like a good medium weapon. He could use the mace, actually. On a mace, he would be a badass. The problem is, if you do lose the horse, which is a non-trivial chance, then the knight is a little crippled. The horse is effectively what makes the knight awesome, because the horse allows him to gallop around the battlefield at a 4 time, which allows him to mostly dodge most things which could damage him or kill him. So I think we're probably going to not shoot for this quite yet. And maybe we come back and take those guys out as the game progresses. If we're desperate for points, because he could immediately steal a point back from the Magician, and maybe even the 2 points from the Witch King, if he were to kill all those guys. I don't think he quite makes it, because I think his -5 hurts him. But I just don't know if it's worth, like, that knight is so good, but he loses the horse and he's only mediocre, strangely enough. So, okay. Before we get too far into everybody's Uber strategy here, let's just shuffle this deck and draw 3 more, and let's figure out what the week looks like for these guys, right? So we have a broken wagon, the riddle game, and the lost scholar. So 3 points, three point totals. So that's sort of cool. Let's just put this. Where are we going to put this? Let's put this for sure there. And we'll put this on this side. There we go. There's our 5 cards. So let's place everyone here. Let's place first the lost scholar. So here's the scholar. Let's increase his size a tiny bit. And let's get the riddle game and a broken wagon. So I had a little business trip. Glad to be back. Sort of not that I'm actually on stream or anything, so but it's good to sort of be back playing again. Let's roll these dice for the lost scholar first. So let's do the scholar first. It's 1-5, so Borderland 5. So he is in the middle of everything. That's interesting. The riddle game is in either the Ruins W, Bones W, or Dank W. So Ruins, there's Bones, there's Ruins. I don't have Dank. Dank is here. So it's these two. So I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. So he is here. Pretty much where the whatchamacall would be, the campfire. And then the broken wagon, we roll, choose a tile. It's actually a D8 for this wacky tile. And there you'll see it. A 1 is the awful valley. So this guy broke down in the awful valley. Oh, by the ghosts. Sort of cool. So the interesting thing is, if you look at these two, right? The riddle game is here. The broken wagon is here. So someone that can get on this path actually has access to 2 quick points. Someone who can get here is 1 quick point. So these 3 points are all super quick for our heroes. It largely just is who can get there first, pretty much, for all of these. So I think the Woods Girl, so on day, 15? So on day 15, we'll move the marker. The Woods Girl has to make a call anyway. She hasn't pulled much treasure out of the locations. She hasn't found any of the locations, actually. I mean, she could certainly try to grab the scholar. And she can. She could just grab him and pop him and done. And drag him back with her, I suppose. Or she could take a day and search. The only problem with dragging him is you are losing a day. You are moving in and out. You're probably moving about just down, and then I mean, she could move and go straight through. The only danger here is this is a bat. She can't just do this and this. This is the wrong character, of course. You can't go here to here in one fell swoop because this is a bat clearing. Bat clearings are not super dangerous for the Woods Girl, but they are a little bit dangerous. It's non-trivial. If she would get a bat, she would have to run out of the clearing back to here. So is it worth not getting any treasure? If you drag the scholar down to the guardhouse, you're netting 3 points right there. 2 for pub crawl and 1 for the lost scholar. So you would jump from 5.5 to 8.5. So certainly worthwhile. But I do want some loot. I want some damn loot. And she really hasn't dragged much out of there. The vault is unopened. Does she lose a day to the scholar? Does she drag him and drag him back? Does she wait and grab the loot and possibly let someone else? Because the Witch King could do the same thing. He could just tap the scholar. Um, it's literally who might or might not want that point. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, sir. I don't love it. Don't love the uncertainty of it. And she is tied for gold. One great treasure is all it would take to score 1.5 points, effectively, because the magician is currently the only one with any great treasure. So again, one draw from the vault might do it. Okay, so I think this is rough. This is a rough one. This is one where I don't know. I'm gonna say that so you might lose the point. Now, knowing what she knows with the Witch King it's 2 points for the Witch King to find here. Like he is gonna get 2 points if he finds anything here. And is he going to he's not gonna be able to open our not going to be able to open. Oh, he has the key, so he can open the crypt. That's hilarious. That is actually pretty funny. Yeah, I hate to abandon just abandon it to the Witch King and go out, because it's going to take her. It's going to be one day, 2 days to get there, and then 2 days to get back, effectively. And in that time, I mean, he probably hasn't looted the whole thing because the Witch King's not great at pulling a ton of treasures out of these sites, but he could. And of course, the Pilgrim could show up, and any number of things could happen. I'm going to say that she makes a run for it. I'm going to put her 1, 2. So she's going to go M5, and then she's going to move to Deep Woods 1. She has take cover if she needs it. She's just going to continue on. It's worth 3 points for her to get the scholar and get to the guard. It's great to get treasure. Maybe she'll have the option when she's swings back. The Pilgrim, ugh. And then the other question is, does she turn in any of these cards? Does she turn in the altar? Locate altar. Where is the altar? It could be in one of these three. It could be in the mountain. Could be, yeah, could be here, could be here, could be here. We've not yet found the lost city. The lost city is in one of 2 places. Oh no, we found the lost city and the castle. They're right there. Duh. Okay. What's a chance we find the altar? I'm going to have her turn that one in. Ugh, gold source. Well, that's vaguely pointless. So, okay, that's cool. That was not a good trade, by the way. So that's what she's doing. Done. The Pilgrim needs to rest, so I do think that is true. We are going to turn in Deep Diver. So we're going to burn Deep Diver. Black Source. Well, okay. Who shuffled this damn deck? That was lame. Okay then. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I'm going to. I mean, all you got to do is roll a 1 and we're popping some dragons in here. And his guy can take care of almost all those dragons. I think I'll hold off killing the company because, again, I don't want to neuter my knight. He is the crux of the strategy. So I'm going to move. I'm going to hide and move to the lair. And I'm going to rest once. Get back a couple of these. And there you go. So on day 3, I think Survivor goes away. So we're going to toss that. I'm going to pull the bash cars. Do I care about the bash cars? I don't think I do care about the bash cars. I'm going to pull the bash cars onto the small campfire for natives arrive. And I'm going to ditch Survivor because those are bad cards for the Magician. I get Troll Slayer, not and Explore Borderland. Okay, not sure how I feel about this. So, all right, that's cool. We could use to hire 2 of our guys, though, because 2 of our guys are leaving us. Do we need them? Do we care? The Bowman's really good. The Assassin also has some going for it. Like, we have that guy already hired. Of these 2, I think the Bowman is more deadly, and this guy is, he's good for dancing around big bads. Let's rest once. Let's hire 3 times while we're here. And obviously alert if we need to. But we're going to try to draw. We got to draw this chit back because it's important to the entirety of our strategy. But let's hire, and if we get the 2 guys, then we can sort of end our game. And if we don't, well, they're going to stay put here. The Witch King. So the Witch King still needs to. I think we're going to hide. I think we're going to search 3 times. We still have Meld into Mist if we need it. And there you go. So that's where we're at. 5. So more spiders and imps. Woods Girl is first. And the Woods Girl is going to make a beeline. So she pops here and here with the Scholar in tow. And she is unfortunately going to be beset upon by every spider, heavy spider in the game, because that guy's going to appear. And those 2 are going to roam. So she is stuck. Now, does she use Take Cover? I think she's going to. I think that's prudent. She's going to burn Take Cover also. So she will be hidden when she gets there. That's why we sort of kept it and felt fairly confident running is in case bats appeared, but in this case, the spiders are good enough that we can hide. I don't want to run. I just want to sit this one out because I don't want to move back. I want to go forward tomorrow and be done. So she is done on her day. The magician is going to rest, and the reason I want to rest is to pull the transform chip back. Then we're going to roll 3 hires on with our buds here. So 3 hires. 1 hire is a times 4. We'll take it. So another -4, which sort of stinks. And then this guy's 2. So we have 2 rolls to get something slightly better than times 3. So 6. Sure. -10. So we're down to $7. So, that's fine. And now the gang's all together again, and we are done with the magician. Does anyone appear here? No, because the bash cards were already called out. So he is done, and that's all we got. The Pilgrim is actually going to get out of dodge. So he's going to burn his black source because there's no point in holding it. So we're going to burn that black source. And move up into the Borderlands after hiding 1 time. And we do. And we do rest once, because I do want to get these chits back into play. So she needs a card. She gets Natives Arrive. And the Pilgrim needs a card. And he gets Bridge Magic. So cross 3 bridges. You gain a float charm, may change paths on bridges, but each time you do so, roll a d6 on a 6, not a d6, but do a magic realm roll, and on a roll of 6, the charm breaks. Very useful, by the way. But can you cross 3 bridges? So the problem there is, there's only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bridges in the game. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the ledges and 5 valleys. So crossing 3 bridges means you have to have a good line on 3 bridges. And he doesn't? No, in fact, I think these 2 bridges are effectively out of play unless you enchant the woods. So Bridge Magic, not great. Not a great card. That's a lot of effort to do that. Spiders is going to draw nothing here. And I think we're up to the Witch King. And the Witch King is going to hide because I don't want to use that last purple magic to melt. And he does not hide. I don't think it matters, though. And now we're going to roll 3 times with the goal of getting the 5, which is Discover Chits on Magic Site. I've always said I have a love-hate with Magic Site because 5 or a 1. That's 1 fail, 2 fails, because 2's useless. Counters, what the hell? 3 fails. So he is done for the day. So that is a relatively uneventful first day of the week here. She is not going to fight. She would probably come back and fight again if you think that is that's worth 369. So it's worth 18 points. So that would probably catapult her into second place in prowess. So it's worth a point for her to kill that stack, but not this time. She does not want to get forced backwards. She wants to move forward. So on day 16, we're going to write some moves, and I think Does the wood girl have any problem with the guard? She does not have any problem with the guard. She is going to move, and move to the guard. And she's hoping to do pub crawl and lost scholar. So she's hoping to score 2 with that. She's also going to pull natives arrive just because, and she'll put the lancers at the chapel. And the main reason is just to get rid of that card. So she's going to keep gold magic. The reason is she now can cast control bats at any time. And she gets Spider Slayer, which is awesome. Spider Player, I wrote. Yeah. Done. So she is ready to roll for day 16. The Pilgrim still got to find one last a secret path. You can head to the woods for that or the cliff. Yeah, I suppose you can get to 3 bridges at least. You could get to this bridge. Then you'd have to go back and get to this bridge through the cliff. See, it's just, you could do it. It's just not a good, it is a bad thing to try for, I think. It's just not worth it. So the question is, well, let's hide and search. And what I'm looking for is, and actually, let's do 2 searches and 1 more rest. What I'm looking for is the dragon to show up. Any of the dragons to show. The magician, who has now secured his guys, is really looking to get back to Troll Slayer and explore the Borderlands. Ugh. Okay. But he does have an extra phase in caves. So I think maybe we do 1. So we move into what? The cavern? Is that the cavern up there or is that the caves? That is the cavern. Let's move up into the cavern. Let's hide and let's extra rest once and see what the hell's up there, because we do have this shielded lantern. And the Witch King, darn it, hides and searches 3 times. Done. Monster roll. 3 goblins, but they're all dead. Woods Girl is first, Magician is second. The Woods Girl is going to make a beeline. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to drop the Scholar right off. And she is going to complete Pub Crawl. And that is going to give her 2 more points. So she now has 6 card points. And she gets $8. Well, no, I don't know what she gets, actually. Good question. Let's look. 2 VP and gain a keg. It's 2 VP and a keg of beer. Now, the only problem is I just dropped that in totally the wrong place. Control Z that crap here. Hold on. There we go. That's what I needed. Okay. So this is worth 3 VP for her today. So she has 7 card VP. That is a huge deal. And she's going to get a keg of beer. Keg of beer is not the most exciting of things, but I'll take it. We will grab that here. I'll write down keg o beer. And it is buy drinks free 5 uses. Make that a little bit bigger, like that. And then this is going to go back to the discard pile, and she's going to draw another one. The Armorer. Not great for her. That kicks her all the way up to 8.5 points, though. That was a huge, huge move for her. Getting that done. So she is done with her day. The Magician is moving into the Cavern to see what the hell's there. And he sort of might as well, right? I mean, you have the Shielded Lantern. You can get extra phases in there. And you are likely to be maybe one of the only people. Oh, Ruins, that could have been. And the Altar. Huh. So Ruins is going to be nothing because there are no goblins left. The Altar's how many days? 1? I mean, he could go to the Altar. He could do it. Ugh. And it's worthwhile, too. There's 2 spells in there for him. Oh, do we do it? I would feel way better if we could pop this for free or pop this for free with a guide. If only we had the Dwarven Pathfinder, who's way down at the bottom of the map. But nothing appears. The funny thing is, it might be the time to do it. There's no goblins. You have a couple days. You can get there in 2 days. The Witch King is hiding, and he does. And yes, searching 3 times. And boy, he would love to roll this on not hide. He would love to roll that on his search. It's a 5 or a 1 to discover chits. Come on. 5. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Oops. Oh, it's hide, search, search, search. Right? So he searches 3 times. So he finds the vault, he finds the lair, and he finds the lost city. So right now, first thing is first. Let's do all that. So shuffle that crap. He's gonna score 2 points too, because he got locate vault and cache city. So that's 2 points. I should say 2 points too. No, it's 2 points. Lame, because the Woods Girl got 3 points. So he gets a large treasure with that VP. And let's draw the large treasure right now, just because we can. So he's going to pull that treasure, whatever that is. That is the Blasted Jewel. 1 spell. And it's heavy. So he can't really carry it. But that's okay, because he doesn't yet need to carry it. So that was just 1 loot. He gets 2 more of these loots. Or searches, right? So let's search and let's look at Magic Sight. He's looking for like a 3 now. Or a 4, because a 4, guess what he gets to do? He gets to perceive spells off the card he just pulled. But that's a fail. 6 is always nothing. And a 5. He discovers chits again. And I don't think anything appears here because all these goblins have been killed already. So he is done. And now it's the Pilgrim. And now the Pilgrim, he was hidden, so this guy doesn't find anything by default. The Pilgrim is going to hide once, search twice. He does hide. He does search once. Nope, he fails, and then he gets 1 more. And he finds them. So good for him. He's also going to find the lair and the vault. And he's going to rest. Because he do want that back. And that was a weirdly eventful day. So yeah, even if we just look at the scores. So what happened there was she jumped and he both of our both the Witch King and the Woods Girl made considerable huge jumps. The Woods Girl jumped to 8.5. The Witch King jumped to 8. The Magician 7.5. So pretty damn good stuff, actually. End of day, though, I think. So the Woods Girl does have to check the guard. She is neutral to them. A 6 is the only bad roll, and she does, in fact, avoid getting attacked effectively. So she's good to go. But she will turn in her armorer. She does not want this quest, so she's going to dump it. She's still there. End of the day. Locate the pool. Well, it's better than armor, but does have a little danger factor with it. Okay, so what are we doing for day 17? So where is the pool? The pool is... It's either down here, it's in one of these, I bet, or it's in the... So there's 5... Well, I mean, keep in mind, there's 5 hexes we've not touched. And that's primarily because these ones have been fairly dense, and getting to these is a little bit of a disaster. Woods Girl is now friends with the Scholar, so for what that's worth. So good to note. Woods Girl, Scholar friend. I am going to, just out of curiosity, we're going to do a trade phase to see what the Scholar has, because the Scholar owns a couple treasures there, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to pop Spider Slayer will be our next goal. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do one trade phase. And we know that this is a dank. We know this is Vipers. And I don't want to get caught out by Vipers, although she can run from Vipers. So I am just going to do 1, 2, 3. So we'll do one trade phase, and then 1, 2, 3 to the Nutwoods. Move, move, move to the Nutwoods. And she is then done. Our Pilgrim, I mean, he's found some spots. He's found his spots. Can the knight open the vault for him or not? This is one of those that's a pain in the butt. Finding the vault. See map chits. Well, sure. I'll look up map chits. Sure. Map chits. Sites. I mean, I sort of understand how map chits work. I just want to know, can a Yutz open the vault for you? Opening the vault. Uses the lost keys or tremendous strength to open it. Any of his followers. There you go. So he can open the vault. So maybe he opens the vault. There you go. I think the Pilgrim is going to... We'll hide, and then we'll search 3 times right now, because we want to open that damn vault. We're still hoping for the dragon to show. 17. Day 17 for the Magician. The Magician has to decide whether to head for the altar. That is going to take him away from his quests. But it could earn him 2 points in spells. I think 2 points in spells is not a bad look. Now, the one thing he has to be worried about is he is also wearing a smoke chip. So, but Smoke C, if I'm to be honest, is not a rough haul for him. It's a tiny dude comparatively. But what we don't have is we do not have a nudge chit up. So we don't have the super safe we don't have the super safe version of the transform. We just have the slightly less safe version of the transform. So what I might do is this night I might run out of here. That's going to give me, so I move to the camp. Oops, wrong guy, by the way. I don't know that actually running out helps me if I'm planning my move. I get 3 phases in or 3 phases outside, frankly, because I have to move one. So I'm going to just stay in there. Heck with it. So I think what I'm going to do at the end of the day, on day 17, I'm going to cast Nudge. I don't need gold magic for anything else, so I'm going to cast Nudge. And that's going to put a Nudge chit on my sheet. And I'm going to change, this is a weird one, but I'm going to change my type 7 chit, because I'm not going to need Veil Walker for the moment, into the Nudge chit. And the next day, then, I am going to, I think I'm going to rest and rest and rest, pretty much. I'm just going to take 1 day to rest up, get some chits back, the move and fight for sure, and then probably, hell, that's literally what I need, is the move and fight. So then I'll move. I'll move in a little bit further. Or, well, there's no goblins. So the only thing that compares is the demon. And the demon does not necessarily bother me yet. So I'm going to move to 4. Rest twice, get these 2 chits back, move in. So he is done. His day 17. And, I don't even know what to do for my poor Witch King, because he is, I'm going to hide. I really could use to rest, but I am going to rest once and then search and search. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get our spell here. So I think that's day 17 for everyone. No, wait, but we need cards for this guy too. So let's locate. So these 2 are gone. Locate the vault. That is great. That is 2 cards for the Witch King. So we get a rescue and a sacrifice. Strangely enough, I like it. I like that a lot. Now the chapel's way too far away, but we can do the Ultra Shrine, Monastery, or Rift. So all good. And then rescue is choose a clearing not in your current tile containing at least 1 group of monsters. So, okay. So, and we would draw the cards. We would have drawn the cards yesterday, so let's keep that in mind. So we also have that going for us. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to loot crap too. But I could put a rescue here in the spider place. Those spiders will go down. I mean, they're not going to go down instantly, but we could take them down. Problem is, you're going to need at least one more chit and one more converted purple to be able to pull off an attack. I do have black, 2 black casts of, say, Drain Life. Also not terrible. Let's sit on this for a second. Let's do exactly this. Let's rest. Let's do this for now. Let's just do this search. And where is the shrine? So the shrine's right here. So we could turn in, because we can't move with this black book at all. The blasted jewel, because it is super heavy and it has a type 5 in it, and we would love to learn that type 5, but we're going to have to drop this jewel or melt into mist and move it, which we might do because we could probably sell it to, say, the rogues or something for the $30. So let's do this for now. Yeah, let's just sit on this for now. I think that's day 17 for everybody. Two. Well, the demons show the hell up. Woods Girl first, but geez, I mean, did we screw the order of this up? This just feels like the same all the time, but maybe it isn't. The Woods Girl is trading with the Scholar. So first thing is she's going to trade with the Scholar, with whom she's friends, and he has 3 treasures. So he has the amulet for curses. No one cares at this point. The lost keys and the ancient telescope. I mean, honestly, none of these are interesting. I mean, I'm just going to have her. She's going to burn that trade phase because the Scholar's not going to block her. And then she moves up into the Nutwoods, which is funny in the sense that that's dank and she pulls serpents. So she actually does get the worst case scenario when the Vipers appear, causing her to run out of the clearing effectively. But she's in there for right now. Our Magician is going to rest 2 times, pull back his move and fight chit, and then he's going to move into 4. So he goes right there. The demon appears, and that's okay-ish because we do have an answer for the demon. The Witch King, hide, resting, and searching, if I am to remember correctly. So we're going to pull this chit back. We do hide, so let's roll it. We are hidden, which we are. And we have 2 searches. And we're really looking for a 3 or a 4 at this point. And we get a 3, so we sniff out treasures. So he actually can pull, if your clearing contains a site chit you have discovered or a pile of abandoned belongings, you can take the topmost one. You can take 1 pile. I don't think the vault's not open yet. So he gets to take the top card off the layer if he so desires. It is the Hidden Ring. Now the nice thing about the Hidden Ring is, though he can A, use the spell, and B, it's worth another, it's a great treasure. So even if he drops that blasted jewel, he's now getting a great treasure. So that's his first search. Second search, we would love to not roll that. We would love to roll, say, a 4, maybe, just offhand. No, but we roll a 6 instead. Does anything appear? I don't think it does. I think we are clear here. And the Witch King is done. The Pilgrim. Well, the Pilgrim is going to loot the shit out of shit here if he can. And so I think he's going to hide once. He fails. He's going to loot the vault. So the vault is open. So I'm just going to pull a something. Clear weather. Let's do that. Put it right beside the vault there. Just to indicate, hey, vault is open. So he's going to loot the vault now with his roll. 6 is not going to cut it because a 6, there's only 5 treasures. That's 1 loot. 2 loots doesn't get him anything. 3 loots. Finally, the 4th treasure. Oh, the moldy skeleton. Womp womp. Okay, so immediately roll and reveal a curse, and then put these treasures on top of those ones. And that's it. That's the moldy skeleton. And that is too damn bad. So I'm just going to put that card here. Because now we got to roll for a curse on the poor Pally. 4, ill health, cannot rest. Oof, I don't love that one. Okay, well, uh-oh. That is definitely an issue. I mean, we certainly can get back. Definitely a rough haul though for the Pilgrim. Do we have any fights? We do not have any fights. The Woods Girl's running out of here using an M3. And so her move is 2. She's going to hide once, move through the Vipers. And her last move is going to be into the spiders, pretty much. And she is done. That is her day 18 plan. The Pilgrim. Ugh. Not the best, but that vault's looking great, but I do think we at least pull one more of those. The Magician, I think we're going to 1, 2. We can't go 1, 2, 3, but we can go 1, 2. So we're going to go move to 3. So we're going to extra move and then move to 3. And then I think we are going to hide. We still have a dragon shit sitting on us. So let's at least play this a little slow. We could have done a little faster, a little better. I don't think we've done the best we can here. And I think, man, I'm still in for. I haven't learned a spell. I have 2 spells to learn here. It's the perfect opportunity, and he can't quite get there. So he's going to hide and search again for day 18. So let's roll a monster roll for the 18th. It is a 3. Let's see who gets to go first. It's the Magician. The Magician's going to go 2. He's going to quick do a hide. And he fails. I don't think it matters because there's still no goblins in here. He is done. The Witch King's going to try to hide. He fails. Okay, so he is not hidden, and he's going to do 3 searches on my least favorite table. He gets nothing. That's 1, 2. Choice. Holy crap. What do you want? Well, that throws it all into a mess. What do I want? Technically, I should take a treasure because treasures is a lot harder to get than spell. Technically, I should take a treasure for that. Spells is more points. But I should take a treasure. I'm going to take a treasure. We're going to pull the top card. So how does this work? Let's make sure we understand. Because I don't think I pull counters. Treasure card. The fact that there are sites, we can pull this specifically, which I don't want. I want this. So I'm going to take this guy. Sure, I'm going to take the top card off of that vault. And I get the Garb of Speed. Total useless. That's essentially money for the Witch King. So that was sort of wasted. So that's our second roll. I think this is our third roll. Our third roll is Perceive Spells. So that's cool. We're going to take the type. Oh, what is possible? So first thing we had to do is we pull out the type 5 spells and the type 6 spells since it matters. And we're going to put them. Oops. I'll put that back in the deck. We're going to put these somewhere. Let's put them down here. And it actually matters because now we're actually. So instead of the hidden ring having this, the hidden ring is going to have this. Instead of the blasted jewel having this because it has that. And we can just delete those. All right. Take a type 5 or a type 6. Type 5 absorb or broomstick would be great. Type 6, we'll take the type 6 first, just because you have more type 6 chits to spare. We get Phantasm. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's not a super useful spell in 9, you know. But, frankly, it doesn't matter. There we go. Because that spell, sir, is right now worth 2 points. So we learn Phantasm, and we are done. And I don't know that anything appears because all the goblins are still dead. So we're done. The Pilgrim is going to hide once and search 3 times because he does. He's hidden. So we'll flip him. And he is going to search 3 times, 3 loots, and we're going to go with the vault 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the top card here. Eye of the Idol. That's fine. So that's 1. This is 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets the top one again. Timeless Jewel. You don't have to write your crap. That's sort of cool. I will quote unquote activate that for now. And then the next roll here is again the vault 5. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So he gets nothing out of the last one. And nothing appears. And finally, it's the Woods Girl. The Woods Girl goes here. She hides with 1 die in the woods. That is a fail. She moves up here and bumps into these guys again. A little stinky for her. She doesn't have any buds. She's going to have to run out of the clearing at the end of the day. Done. So for day 19, I think her move is approximately the same. I think the Pilgrim's move doesn't have to write it anymore, so he's just going to sit on it and wait for instructions. So he can base his move entirely off of what happens. So, I mean, that's sort of cool. So he is done. The Magician is ready with he's ready with his spiel here. So I think he hides again, moves into the altar, and he is done. And then the Witch King. I think we're going to do this one more time because I want to get that blasted jewel done. And then I think I'm going to melt into mist, run back here. I like the company, so I can sell the blasted jewel to them and get some cash out of it. Because with melt into mist, I also can carry tremendous crap. So that's great. And that is for day 19. We are ready. Let's get a roll and see what we got here. 3 more goblins. So a quiet day. Witch King is first. Witch King is hiding. We'll roll our hide dice. Witch King fails again. Okay. And then we're going to roll 3 times here, looking primarily to nothing. That's 1 nothing. Ugh. Hey, spells again. So we're taking the type 5 from the jewel. The funny thing is, which is sort of cool, is that, you can, this is a type 5. Do you awaken it? No, he doesn't, never awakens them. That's the weird part. Geez, he is such a wacky roll there. These are maybe the least bit too big, but hey. So he's learned 2 spells. I mean, that's a reasonable number of points for him. So I think he has 1 left of these and nothing. Does he have another one? I don't think he does. Yeah, so he would get nothing in any case. Nothing appears, and he is done. Magician is going to hide. He fails once. He succeeds and then walks in to there, and he is done. The Woods Girl is doing her thing again. Same thing as last time. She fails again. Ends up stuck with the Vipers again. Literally the worst. And the Pilgrim, what is the Pilgrim going to do for his 4 times here? So he knows the role. He knows the role is goblins. I don't really necessarily know that. He has $34 in the kitty. So I think what he does, and we've not seen a damn whatchamacall. Let's go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And knowing the roll, nothing can appear here, weirdly enough. But I can't do much. I'm going to rest once. So that's that. And he is done. Oh no, he doesn't need to do that for one asterisk spell. Shit. So we flip these. It is smoke and pull in 6. So there you go. Oh shit. Well, there you go. That is yeah, pull. Holy crap. Well, that makes a lot of people's life different. I was gonna grab that for my whatchamacall. But that's fine. We have the timeless jewel that's going to help us see us through that. The woods girl, who is getting just a little bit pissed, is going to try this one more time. The pilgrim does not have to write his move anymore. The magician. Oh, we have a combat here at the end of the. So hold on. This is the end of the day here. So at the end of the day, I am going to put all these boys on this guy's sheet. So the bowman goes here, he goes here, and he's going to go. I mean, it barely matters since he can't kill him. But he's going to go here. So yeah, all these guys are going to attack. We are going to cast transform with the purple magic that we have in our dragon essence. So poof, transform. We got 2 dice. We do have a nudge in case. It is a 6, so he just frogs out. So the demon is frogged. Let's see where the frog ends up here in this fight. He ends up staying exactly put where he is. These guys also stay put, and then this guy jumps down to the bottom. So, missile table. 2, the archer slays the frog. That is worth 8 points for our guy here. So 8 more points. That's going to give him 31 prowess. He is still in the lead for sure. So all good. So not an issue. We've killed everything we need to kill. That's the end of the day. And now we are writing what? Day 20. Day 20. For his day 20, we are going to hell, we're going to search and extra search because we don't have to worry about anything showing up yet. Except for dragons. But Smoke Sea is actually pretty tame. It's this guy. Now, having said that, we should be a little more careful. We're going to arrest once instead of 3 searches because arrest is going to pull that shit back and allow us to do this transform trick again. So we're done there. The Witch King, now that I have both of my spells from this, I think I can. So I'm going to spell X. That's an extra phase. Spell to turn another one of these. I will rest. I will move to the inn. And I will trade with the company. It's going to allow me to carry this crap. I'm probably going to sell the blasted jewel. It's going to give me $46. That's going to put him in the lead money one. So he's going to be really kicking ass at the moment with 12-ish points. I think, at the end of this. So that's not bad. So let's go for day 20. Let's see what we got for the monster roll. 5. So spiders and imps. There's not a lot of spiders or imps left. See who goes first. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the magician is going to be first. The magician is going to rest this transform die, chit, and he does. And he's going to search twice. He needs a 4 or a 1, of course, to locate. And he fails 1. Come on, you can get this. And he fails the second one. Nothing's going to appear, and he is done. Right? Because it's not a 1. The Pilgrim, not writing his move, doesn't have to. The Pilgrim is going to spell X and spell. So that's 2 phases. Is going to rest. And I don't think anything else happens. So I think he's just going to hide for no better reason. And there you go. He is done. And he is hidden. And he is done for the time being. So we're going to spell X and spell to flip. We're going to rest 1 chit. That's going to pull this chit back. We move to the inn, and we're going to trade with the company. So we move up to... we need 2 moves. Sorry, that's my fault. My fault. We're not going to rest. So that chit is back. So we're going to move to the inn twice. Move, and do a trade with the company, who are our buds. They are friendly. So we move. And that trade is going to net us 46 bucks. I'm going to keep the hidden ring because the hidden ring is indeed worth it to us as a... So that's going to give us 49 bucks. So in a game like this, no one's making a ton of cash. We're going to be winning gold. Just quickly. We're going to be winning gold and winning... Oh, hell, I think we're winning all categories. I think, except Great Treasures. And Great Treasures is going to be, I think, a tie between him and the Magician. So he has eaten a lot of the Magician's points. And we will see. I'm just doing a quick rundown of the scoreboard there before we get into the last day. So he does a trade, and he is done. So that's that. And all the natives are out at the moment. And then the Woods Girl, I think she is back to exactly... She ran out. She's here. She hides with a die. Oh, my God. Thank goodness. And then she bops up to here. And that's what she needed. And she is done. But she wasted 3 days on that move. That was a 3-day, 3-clearing move. That is damn crazy, by the way. She is now going to fight these dudes. And they're not on her sheet. They're heavy. So she needs a 3, 2, or 1 to kill them. So let's do it. 3, 2, or 1. And she does indeed hit. And keep in mind her bow's there, and she's going to use that. 3, 2, or 1. She kills the first one. Does she become unhidden? She does not, so she remains hidden. So she can ready her bow again. 3, 2, or 1 on that guy. 2, he is dead. Does she remain hidden? She does. 3, 2, or 1 on that guy. 1. So it's a clean sweep. She gets 18 points, right? 3, 6, and 9, so 18. These guys go to the dead pile. Not a ton of prowess, but it's 18, so that's going to bring her to 35. Which isn't bad. It's not bad. I think she's going to steal a point from the magician because everybody is just taking all the magician's points. Sometimes that second place is a precarious place because, if one character runs ahead of it, then you have this little tight group behind him. And so right now that's what they're doing. She's also going to score Spider Slayer. So that's going to get her a victory point. That's going to put her up to 8 points in cards, which is pretty impressive. And if she brings us back to a visitor, and she can place a visitor, but I think all the visitors are out. So we'll just leave that card there. And she gets a sudden insight, so she can immediately find a thing, which is sort of cool. And I think that's the day. I don't think anybody else has. The Witch King needs to roll for the rogues. He doesn't get trouble. He is good to go. And at the end of the day, the Pilgrim is going to cast Vision again. So that's going to pop these. He is going to learn everything in the cliff. That's going to give him Navigator. So that's a point. And he does get all 3 more paths or passages. That's a good question. He can never rest those damn shits again. I think we're going to need to, we might just need to head back. That's a long haul to get back. That is a bad gig trying to get back. Well, so he's done with that. So what are we going to do? Yeah, I think I think we're going to have to try to get this done, but it's going to be rough. The last week, that is a bad thing to be doing, running all the way back last week. Let's and he has Dragon Slayer again, so he has to discard it. You can't have 2. And he has a rescue also, so we have to look at that. So rescue requires him to choose a clearing not in his tile containing at least 1 group of monsters. Wow. There are no monsters. Except up here. I think he will pop his rescue right now. So we're going to search and we're going to pop a rescue. Done. And his rescue is going to be a D6 plus 1. Or 2. So 5. So the company. So the top member of the company is going to end up with that troll for the Pilgrim. So I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do... So the Pilgrim gets Navigator done. He gets Rescue. And he's going to have the company. Because we're going to head back anyway. We might as well get a damn point for doing so. And that's a good question. If the Witch King wants to pop a rescue, does he do the same spot? He could. He could screw the Pilgrim over, actually, because he could just pop that thing. Well, it might. Well, 1, 2, 3. It might get there a day ahead of time. I mean, screwing the Pilgrim is sort of kicking a puppy when he's down, but that's a good question. What I want to do is go get into here, locate the horde. We could do the octopus, but we do not have the speed chits to do the octopus. I suppose you could alert a chit. I tell you what we'll do. So this is going to be a little silly. We're going to pop rescue also for our guy, for our Witch King. He will roll someone. 3, 4, 5. So the company. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the company is losing people left and right, and he's going to do it in the pool. So he's at the troll, and and we never fixed his cards. So sorry about that. I'm terrible keeping the scoreboard. He has rescue, and he has the company at the pool, and he has sacrifice. I'm sorry. So there you go. So he's going to do that there. The funny part now is the Pilgrim really should be thinking, I should go kill the company now. those sons of bitches. He might do that. This is actually a weirdly perfect time for him to get revenge on the stupid company because they've insulted him twice. Now he's not going to get the big reward. He won't get as much notoriety because there's 2 of them gone. But he could kill 5 of the 7 of them in one fell swoop with the knight. Okay. Well, that is fascinating. So that sets us up for day 21. Now, here's the thing. The Witch King melted into mist. He can do nothing today, really. 1, 2, 3. So he probably just moves into place to do whatever he's going to do. Everybody else needs to figure out what they're doing. So what is the Woods Girl trying to do now? So her Spider Slayer is gone, and she has sudden insight. And locate the pool, which is fine. The pool's out. Where is she in relation to the damn pool? She's got to get to here. I mean, she could. There is a small chance of disaster. I mean, you could pull dragons or trolls, in which case you would have to run. Yeah, no. It's not a good look for her to be plowing back through the cave in such a rush. I feel wherever you end up, you do have that danger of the other thing she could do, and this is a little silly, is either A, she could immediately make a move and loot the horde, right? So it's literally Stink is a giant. She could pull another spider. But she could do a sudden insight. And in one search, if she just does a move and 3 searches, she's in the horde for two treasures. And then if she gets lucky, no problem. And if she doesn't get lucky, well, then she's got to bolt out of there. And the only bad roll would be spider. She might have to actually fight the spider, or spiders are probably a 3, right? They're a 3? Yeah. She can run from anything that comes up except here, the bats, which I think's a 3 still. Yeah. So she's good for everything. If she goes here, so she could do that. Yeah, I think so. I think move to the horde. Search, search, search. Done. That's her purple day. Maybe that's a good purple day. The pilgrim doesn't have to write shit, so he's just gonna wait on it. The magician. Well, I mean, he has not yet found our thingy here, but he's gonna have to hide. And he will search twice. And he is done. And then the Witch King. What is the Witch King going to do? Well, he's missed. So he can't be blocked. He can effectively just what? Move, hide, and follow. So, I mean, there's almost no damn point in any of that. So I think he goes move and move into the cliff. And sure, he'll hide or whatever, but I don't think it matters. And he is done for the day. Let's get 2 monster rolls for day 21 to close out this week. I think it was a fairly eventful week. 6 and 2. So we do pull bats and demons. So that's a little bit wonky. So what does that mean? So that means these vipers come off the board. That means the demon, wherever he is, comes off the board. Comes back, I should say. The bats are all here. The wood folk come off the board. And I think that's it. I think we are good to go. So the pilgrim is first. So the pilgrim, knowing what he knows, I don't think he has any specific crazy thoughts here. I think he's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he can just walk there knowing that nothing's going to appear. And he is done. The woods girl moves. She's going to do a search. That is going to find her the horde. So she's found the horde. That burns this card. And she will draw another one, but put it right there. And that's going to give her 2 loots of the horde. So let's do that right now. So here we go. 2 loots of the horde. One's a 6. So she gets the 6th card of 9 in the horde. Reflecting Grease. Totally pointless because she didn't even have armor. And she gets another loot. Oh, and I'll let that one stand. And I will roll 1 die because she gets a loot with 1 die. 2. The Golden Crown. She cannot use the Golden Crown at all. That is awesome, but she cannot use it. If this were a move chit, be a lot better for her. But having said that, she is sort of stuck. So I'm going to say, I mean, I don't think there's any point in her trying to deal with this. I think she's just going to drop it right now. But that's it. Those are her two loots, unfortunately. And what's going to appear there is going to be the bats. So one bat will appear. And this is okay. It is okay. But also this guy appears. Ooh. Less okay. And she is done. The magician is hiding. He does hide. That's not going to do it. He is unhidden. He's going to search twice. Has he found the altar yet? No, I don't think he's found this thing yet. So 2 searches. He does find it. So the altar is the magician. Perfect. Bam. How many treasures are in the altar? 4. Sure, let's pull one. Pull loot. He gets the 4th one. So that's the 6th card in the deck. He gets the Crypt of the Night. Return to the bottom of the deck in which was drawn. We have found the Crypt of the Night. That's not great for the magician because you have to open the damn thing. But sure. But that's it. And then the demon appears again. And we're unhidden. So, okay. And the Witch King just goes 1, 2, 3, poof, and then hides or whatever, and nothing appears because there you go. What combats do we have? I think it's just him. So let's do this. This guy is on his sheet, but we're going to deploy our boys and pull him off of this sheet. We did rest our chit. We do have the nudge chit still in effect. We are casting transform on the demon. And we get a 4. I mean, since it barely matters, I will take the 4 and we'll take the sparrow. I'll take the sparrow instead of the demon. I might as well not burn the nudge shit if I don't have to. So where does the sparrow go? 2, so he goes down to the bottom. Where does both of these sides go? He goes 6, so he drops to here. He goes up 1, and then he stays put. We'll flip everybody. Yep. No, I mean, no, and yes. I mean, pointless, but sure. So he is going to hit him. We roll on the missile table, 1 die, and that's enough to kill the proto sparrow demon. That's 8 more points because it's the 18th time we've killed that guy, I think. Let me put him in the dead pile again. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's the week. So let's do a quick check of the scoreboard before anything else. So we have 35 and 17, no great treasures. That's where she's at. The Pilgrim is still at -5 and 1. He has no great treasures. There's that. The Magician, 1 great treasure, 39 and 7 still. And the Witch King is 6 points in treasure and And he has 49 gold and 1 great treasure because he ditched one. So the scoreboard then looks like the Woods Girl has 8 points in cards. So that gives her 9, 10 points total. But hold on. She is not second in prowess anymore because the magician is. So she has 0 in prowess. The magician has taken that point back. And gold, she does still have second in gold. So yeah, let's do prowesses first. The Witch King is still in the lead, followed by the magician. Gold, the Witch King is in the lead, followed by the Woods Girl. Great treasures, we have 2 ties. Spells, we have just the Witch King has them, so he has 2. So done. So the Pilgrim, how many points he has? 4 points in cards and nothing else. Ah, poor Pilgrim. My fault. Magician, 3 points in cards, but 1 point in prowess, 1.5 points in great treasures. He has definitely dropped. He now has 5.5 points instead of the 7.5 that he had. Oh, because he was winning great treasures. He at one point was probably winning gold, right? So I mean, yeah. So he's the top 2 here have eaten away a lot of people's points. We have 6 points in cards for the Witch King, 2 points in prowess, 2 points in gold, 1.5 great treasure points because he's tied for first with the magician, and 2 points in spells for a total of 10, 12, 13.5 points. It's a lot of points. I mean, he is kicking the hell out of everybody right now. So I think that's where we end up. And man, I feel bad. I said I don't think the Pilgrim's having a shit game. I just don't think I've. But we haven't made great use of that knight. And if you're gonna base your life around the knight, then you got to get, you got to use that power there a little bit. So I think we can kill the troll. I think we can get our rescue done for the pilgrim. I then think we have to get rid of all these cards because I don't think they're doing us much good. For the magician, I just need to get you need to get some loot and then you need to loot the altar. And learn at least 1 spell, if not 2 spells, get those points back. But the problem is I put him in a bad position for the last week because now you're up here in this cavern. And yeah, you can get out a little bit, but you're still talking 2 days to get out. And then what, right? Locate the statue, not going to happen. Rescue a troll slayer and explore the borderland. I don't think it's going to happen because you're 2 days even to here. You're 2 days to here. That means 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you're 2 days to the large campfire. You're 4 days to even the borderlands at best. And then that's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You might be able to make that by the end, by the very end. You might. That assumes nothing ever happens. I think the Witch King can do the rescue. And you might even be able to get into the deep woods, which he probably should have gone to before the rescue. This is probably a dumb move. I should have gone into the deep wood instead, located the horde, and done a sacrifice of the shrine. So that would put him close to 2 points instead of the 1 point I put him close to. So I definitely think the Witch King is going to probably win this. I see maybe the magician stealing a little bit of points off of his spells. Obviously, great treasure, someone could find some and then steal points off of him and the magician. But man, prowess, I think he's gonna win. Gold, I suspect he wins. Cards, he's kicking it. So good for the Witch King. I like this layout for the Witch King too, actually. I like Fiery Blast, Melt in the Mist, because obviously I think these two go hand in hand. And then Drain Life. And he hasn't really found anything to animate. I might animate the Octopus just to sort of have a Yahtzee blocker, but I might not. He'll get this guy. So the funny part is he will get this guy as a buddy. This guy's a badass buddy. So, all good. That's about where we're at, guys. That was a good week. I enjoyed this one. I said we have sort of two laggards, weirdly. I don't know how, but we do. But why don't we figure out what happens next week, the last week, and then we'll put this one in the books. So thank you all for hanging out and watching. I will still be putting these out, so I'm sort of back. So we'll try to get a good cadence again. And I will see you all later. Thanks for watching, comment, and that's it. Talk to you.